Hello friends, in this video tutorial we will learn step by step guide how to use Power Query in Excel. So Power Query is used for doing common data tasks, so like your cut, copy, paste, merge, separate columns, filters. So all these things can be done in Power Query. It is a business intelligence tools where we can get data from multiple sources and use them for visualization purpose and for creating tables, charts, etc., so that we can find out the what is the inside the data. So all these things can be done with Power Query. So stay tuned with us and watch this video till the end and learn Power Query. Thank you. So now friends, what we will do, we will add prefix and suffix to our data. So we have some names here and age here. So we want to add some suffix and prefix to this data. So suffix means adding at the end, and prefix it means adding in the beginning of the data. So we have a name here and age here. So we want to, I suppose like all these are doctors, so we will add doctors in front of them, and age, so we will put down an year, which is a suffix, will be at the end of the age. So in Power Query it's just easy a way to do that, and for that what we will go to the name here, click on that, then I will go to from tables, and then just convert all our names data into a table, press OK. So it will be converted into table, and Power Query editor is open here. And then if we want to add a new column in front of them, then we can add problem, add column. Otherwise we can do it in transform only. So we'll go to transform here and select our first data here, and if you want to add a prefix here, select it. We will go to format here, and in format there is a add prefix. So we'll click here, and value, what value you like to give. Suppose we want to give doctors. Sorry, and click OK. So it will be added. And the other way, we can also give space after doctor, so that doctor, and then we will give a space and then press OK. So there will be a space also. Similarly we will go to age, select this, and then we will go to format and add suffix. So in the beginning I will give space and then type years and press OK. So our data is selected. Now we can trim it also if we want. I will trim them. Similarly I go there and trim this data also, and if you want to convert it into capital each word, so that will be converted. Similarly here I will just remove this and do it for both of them. Select this, control from my keyboard, select both, and then capital each word. So now we want to close this and save this data. Close. Now we can even close it in the same sheet. So we can use, for that we can use this command, close and load to same sheet. A window will appear. now friends, what we will learn in Power Query is how to use right, left and mid function in Power Query. This function in Excel is used to extract your right side characters, left side characters and mid characters from the data. Like in this case we have taken certain vehicle number here and we want to extract vehicle number, uh, like its right character, its left character and its mid character. In that case we can use Power Query. Let's see. So first of all I will click here in the beginning of the data, then I will go to data, and from data I will convert this data into a table, my table as a header as vehicle name. So I will take this and press OK. So after clicking OK, our Power Query editor is open and now here we have a data. So we are in the home tab of our Power Query. If we will go to transform, so from here we will find a extract here in our text column. So in extract it will ask about first character, last character or range. So if I will take first character, so that it will give only answer in the given data only. Like if I will first character and then count from where it will start. So it will start 1 and 2. So I will put 2 here and press OK. So now it is only showing the first 2 characters, but we are not finding the original data here. So it has converted our data and only giving the first 2 characters. So we will remove this step if we want to keep the original data. For that we have another option here in Power Query, which is add column. So I will remove this and then I will go to add column, and in add column we also have an extract here, and then I will go to first character and this time I will take 2 and press OK. So now we have a new column added, new rows added where we are finding our first 2 characters. Next, if we want to find in the last 4 characters, so then I will go here, select this, extract and last characters, and then I will type 4 here because I want to find the last 4 character and press OK. So now we have another row here where we are finding the last 4 character. Next thing, if we want to find out the middle 2 character, so in that case this Power Query this will count it from 0. So it will count it 0, then this 1, then this 2. So it will start from 2 and then it will go till 0, 1, 2, and this is 3 and this is 4. So let's check it out how it will work. Range, so we will starting index is 3 and your number of character is 1 and 2. So it will start from 3 and number of characters. So let's see. So now we are finding our middle 2 character. So in that case it will start indexing from 0 and it will take U as 0, K as 1 and this minus hyphen as 2. So it is starting from 3 and go till your 7. So now if you want to put it back into our table, so I will go there and then I will go here and close and load. After doing this, we will find our data in a new worksheet, and this is our data. So whatever change we will make here, that will be there also, and our Power Query table is in green color. Generally we will find our Power Query table in green color. This is our original data. So if we will add something to it, I will go down and add something here, like and thus go to our original data like our Power Query data. Then I will press right arrow key from my keyboard and press refresh. So now new data will be added here, so we will just check it out. So we will just check at 3457. So this is the data here. So this way we can use Power Query to finding out the middle, upper and middle, right, yani ki mid data, left data and right data. So in next video we will see more about it. So now in this video we will learn about split column by delimiter. So like suppose we have a data here which is a shipping address which contain first name and then your address and city and pin code. So now if we want to convert this data into separate columns, or like you can say in separate rows and separate rows, so what we can do for that? So for that what we will do, we will click here and then we will go to data. So we can even do these things with Excel formulas. The best part about Power Query is it is automate just by putting your clicks. So here I will click on from table. So we have selected the table, my table as a header. I will just remove this and just make it a little bit bigger so that it will be more clear. Then I will click on from table and then OK, and our Power Query editor is open here. Now we have a data and now we want to split it, like first name, like so your name should be in different column and their like your address and your city and your pin code will be in different columns and rows. So what we can do, we can just click over this and select the data. Then I will go to transform, and here in our like in transform tab in text column we will see split column, and here we will find by delimiter. So we'll just click over by delimiter. Then it will ask about how would you like to delimit. So it's already selected comma because we have a comma already given. So it is smart enough to find out comma is the delimiter here. Now what we will do, we will just press OK. So now we have data in separate columns and rows. Now if you want to change the name of this, like it's our name, then I will go there and put here place. Then I will go there and put their city, and then I will go there and write down pin code. So this is the way we are using delimiter. Beside that, what we can do, we can do our trim function here in format and trim the data. So whatever unwanted spaces will be there, that will be removed. We can do it by selecting all these three, or either I can remove this and select all, just pressing click button from my keyboard and clicking through mouse on each and every columns and rows, and then I will go here and then press trim. After that, what I will do, I will say capital each word or either uppercase, whichever you like. I am taking uppercase here, so every data will be in uppercase here. So there is no value, maybe we haven't put their comma here, that's why it is not making the change here. So we will do it when we will go to the sheet. Then I will go there and press here, and then I will press close and load. now we have our data here, and I will go to the next one, Miss Seema, and see what's the problem here. The data is your Miss Seema Chaudhary. Okay, and before the city I haven't put the comma here, so I will go there and put a comma here. Then I will go to my Power Query data. Then I will go and right click from my mouse and press refresh. So now we have data in a proper format. So if we want to add another data, that is also possible. So I will go there and type Mr. Rajiv Kumar, then I will put comma here. Then I'll put a city here. Then I will put some pin code. Again I will go to my Power Query data formatted by Pharma Code data and press refresh. So that will be added, and all the stuff, all the steps what we have done in our table in our Power Query editor, that will also be saved, and according to that our data will be shown in this sheet. Hello friends, so in this tutorial we will learn about some functions of Power Query. So how you will use Power Query, and how we will start it, and how we will initiate our functions in Power Query. So here we have a data where we have a first name, prefix like Mr., Mrs., and first name and last name, and according to this data we will make some formatting in this data with Power Query. So first of all we will click here, and then we will go to data from the data tab, and we will convert this data into a table from table. So we will just click this from table, and my table already has a header here, so I will select this my table and click OK. So now the data is converted into table, and a Power Query editor is opened. So this is our like table in Power Query. Now what we need to do, we will go to the transform tab in Power Query. So in transform tab we will find a format here from where we can convert this data, like we can use make this data uppercase, capital each word, lowercase, and trim. So what we will do, I will click Control from my keyboard and select this cell, all these rows, then this rows, and the last one. So after that I will go to format, and then I will press trim here. So after pressing trim, whatever unwanted spaces are there in the table, that will be removed. Next thing what I will do, I will use uppercase. So uppercase, now our data is in uppercase now. So this is the way we can use. So there are many functions like lower. If you want to convert this data into lower, we can convert it in lower also, similarly, and in this case capital each word, that is also possible. Here we also use this capital each word, and then now whatever we are doing, there is no control added control Z button. So whatever we are doing, that all the steps are saving in applied steps. So we will just delete this because this is extra like step, and then I will go and press again capital each word. So this way we have a data here. Now next thing, if we want to add all this data in one row, so what we can do in that case, like I will click here and then I will click here, and then I will click here and merge columns, and click on merge column here. So it will ask about how you will like to merge. So here we can take space, because the difference between this data is space, and then I will press OK. So now all the data will be merged in a single row. The thing here is, before merging, like if I will remove this, the thing there is, we have to select the data step by step. If you will select this first, and this one for second, and this one third, then data will be not in a proper format, not properly selected. Like if I will took here space and press OK. So now you will see, first we have selected the first name, so that will be coming first, then the prefix and the last name. And if you want to remove this, we can go there and just remove this. So the process is, first we have to select this, then we press Control and click from mouse, and again Control and click from down, and then I will click merge, and from here I will take space and then click OK. So now these data is converted into a single column. Now I will go to home, and if you want to close and load, I will just go there and press close and load. Now after clicking that data will be, now this data will be saved here. So whatever change we will make in our table now here, suppose we will add another one data. Suppose like we have put a name here, and just go there, and then we will go to our data which we have already edited through Power Query, and then I will go here from my mouse, right arrow key, and just press refresh. So the next data will be added. If you will make some change here also, and then I will go again to my data which is formatted through Power Query, and then I will click right arrow key and press refresh. So that data will be refreshed here. So whatever changes we will make here, if you will add some data here, and then I will go here, and then I will press refresh, so that data will be added. Another thing, if you want to make any change in our data, we go here in the table and edit, and our Power Query window will be open, and whatever change we want to make in this, we can make from here. Suppose like if you want to put in, if you want to remove any step from here, we can do that also. So this is the way we are used for text formatting Power Query in the transform data tab. So hello and welcome to this new series of Power Query. So now we have a date function here. So we will use date function to find out day in a date, and month in a date, and year in a date. So how we can do that? So there are other functions like in Excel we can use like text function for that, but how we can use it in Power Query, let's see out. So we have a date here, so we just click over date, then we will go to data, and first of all we have to convert it into a table. So we'll go from tables, so a new window will appear. So now we have a new window here. It's taking some time. Okay, so first of all we will convert it into my table as a header, like date is the header here, then we'll press OK. Now new window will appear. it is running a bit slow. Now Power Query Editor is on the screen here. Now we have a date here, but this date is also showing time, but in that case we do not need time. So what we will do, we will click here. Here is a button, and from here we will just take time. Like here is a date time, so we'll just take date here. So now replace current, so we just click on that and it converted it into a date format. Now what we need to do, we need to find out a day from this. So we just click, it's already selected, so this, and then we will go to add column, and in the add column we have a date function here. So I just click over that, and year here. So if you want to find out the year, so we'll just go here and click on year, so it shows the year here. So we can go another, again we will select this, then again we will go to date function, and this time I will find out month. So we have a month here, and if we want to know the date, like if you want to delete this step, so for that we go to apply steps and just remove this, so this step will be deleted. Then again we will go to date here, and then day, so it will ask and then we go to month, name of the month. Instead of that, name of the month will be a better option, so it shows the name of the month. Similarly, we want to find out the day, which is already selected. We go there, and from here, from day, so we just click on day, so it shows like it's the second day, the third day, it's showing the date of the month. And now if you want to find out the week of the day, so we go to week and week of the month, so just click on that, so it is showing in number, so it even show the week of the month. Again we will select this, and we will say day of the month, like which day, like this is a week, day of the week, name of the week. So we can go to week here, starting week, week of the month, week of the year. So all these things can be shown, a week of the month, so it is showing it's the first week. And if you want to convert it into the name, we can also do that. So I just remove this step here, these two steps, week of the month, week of the year, and then I will select this and see how we can find it out. Month, name of the month, we have already done that. Then we go to week, week of the month is only saying, day of the week, name of the day, that can also be shown. So name of the day can also be shown here, so this is better. So we are finding a report where we can find out year, month, day and day name. So this is your year, this is your month, this is the day, and this is our name of the week. So now if we want to go and close and load this, so we just click here, and then I want to close and load this on the same sheet, so I will take this option, second one, close and load to the same sheet. So it show a table here, then I will put here, then in the existing table I just click and delete this, then I will go there and I will click here and press OK and press load. So we have our formatted data from Power Query, where we can find all the information what we need from this. So we have here, like we have a month here, day here, and whatever we want to make edit here, so that is also possible. So this is here, I will just click, right click and go to edit, and I can make any changes, whatever changes we want. Beside that, if we will increase some date here in our raw data, which we have already done, if you want to increase anything in here, I will go to down, okay, last one, and just press tab here and put another date. 2025 here and just enter it, and then I will go here, right click, and if you want to add this data in my Power Query data and then refresh it. So after refreshing we have a next date also here. So that's all in this video. So hello and welcome to this next episode of date function in Power Query. So in this we have a certain dates, and if we find out which day of the year is this day and which quarter of the and which day is that of that quarter this day falls, and similarly what is the which day of the month this day falls. So we have to find out this date according to year, in which year, what is the date of this year, this date in a year, and what is the day of a quarter, this date. And similarly for a month it's easy, like we know it's the second day of the month. So how we can do that, let's check it out. So first of all we will go to date here, and after going to date, what I will do, we have to go to the date function here, and similarly from tables we convert it into table, press OK. So now our Power Query editor is open. So this is the way we can open our Power Query editor. Now the date which we have, one thing is that it is also showing our time also, but we don't need time. So we will click here and just take a date. So now we just have a date, so we can replace current step, or even we can add new step. So what will happen when we click on add new step? So here a new step is added. So we have a date here. Now what we will do, we will go to the date function from the add column here, then we will go to date, and first of all what we will do, we will say here start of the year. We'll take start of the year. So according to the date, this date, the start of that, this date here is 1/1/2020 for same here, but here we will, if you go down, and we can say changing in the date is 1/1/2020. So now if we want to find out which day this date falls in a year, in that particular year, so what we will do, we will first select this and press click from our keyboard, and then press your this, and now I will go to date, and after date I will put a subtract dates. So now we have date here, so it falls in the 32nd day because it's a February. This falls in the 32nd, this is 62. So these are the information which we are getting according to our year. So what we will do, we will change here day of the year. So we will just type out there. So this function are very important in corporate world. Similarly, next thing is what we will do, we will find out in which quarter this date falls. So quarter contains 3 months. So like first quarter start from your January, February, March, second quarter April, May, June, next July, August, September, October, November, December. So our year is divided into 4 quarters. So and according to that quarter, we will use this formula. So first of all we will select this date, then we will do date here. Then what we will do, I will go to here and find out, not from this here, some quarter, and find out start of a quarter. So we have a start of a quarter here. So this quarter will start from January. Now if we go there, so this quarter will start from June. Some are starting from April. Now what we need to do, we need to find out which day of quarter this date, particular date for. So we'll click this and control and select the start of the quarter. First this, and then this, and then I will go to date, and then I will subtract days. After putting this, we find out our day first. Similarly, we also find out our day of the month. So that's easy. So we go there and go to our month and find out day of the month. So we have all the information here. Here according to our date. Day of the month. I think it should be the second one. Okay, days in a month. It is showing days in a month, but we want to find it's not days in a month. If we just remove this, and we have to find out days of the month, which day this falls. So we will go there, date, month. We will go from day here and find out day. Now it will show this is second, this is third. So this is showing our date wise. Which day of the month is it for? So now these are helping quarter, like start date and start quarter. So what we will do, I will go over there and then I will select this and then right arrow key and delete both of them. Remove these columns. So now we have exact data what we are looking for. We have not selected the right one, so I will remove this again. So we have for start quarter and this is start date. We have to just delete these both. Then I will click here and then I will say remove columns. Now these columns are deleted. So we have days of the month. I will just change this name also. Days of the quarter. And here I will write down day of the month. So I will write day of the, I will just put it there. So now we have this. Now what I will do, I will go to home tab again here and close and load. So now when we will type close and load, so we have a new sheet here and where we will find out according to the day of the year, day of the quarter and day of the month. And if you will do any changes in our data, like if you will prepare some date of birth, like 1/1/2000, like some date here, and just press here and just go to the sheet whatever it is and just refresh it. So we will find a change here also. It's showing 000 because it's just the beginning. And if you will change this date from here, like if you will take it to 5 and just go there and just refresh it. So now it is showing like 4th day of quarter and 5th day of the month. So that's all this in video. Thank you very much for watching. So friends, in this video we will find out date of birth of students. Suppose like we have certain student, so we can do this with the help of formulas also, but here we are doing the series of Power Query. So how we can find out age of student through Power Query. So let's check it out what we can do. So we have certain student here, so similar we have to convert it into table. This is the first step which we will do in Power Query. So we click on the heading here, then I will go to data, and from data I will select this from table and my table as a header. I click on that, so it will take my table also. So one thing I will do again before that, I will put a date here because it's not having a like here, and now it's okay. So then I will go to data from table. So now my table as a header, so now it's I have a name of student and date as in header. Then I will press OK. So this will convert this data and transform it into your Power Query. So name, we have name of students and date also. Now this date is also having a time here. So what we will do, I will just click here and just convert into date only. So now replace and current. So I will convert in that. So this is our date. Now I will need date or what is their age now. So I will just change this name to this table, age of student. I just give name to this table. Now we will do another step. I click this, then I will go to add column, and in this date we have an age at above it. So I just put this. So we have age, but this date age is showing in your days. So we have to convert this into years because it's not look good. Generally age is like we know our age according to the years, so we will just select this. Then I will go to duration, and then from duration time is there, so I will just click on this time, duration, and from here total years. So we have a total years on the same, not here. I just remove this. I will do that here. I will remove this. Then I will go there, and this time I will do system transform. In transform, I will go to duration, and from duration I will take this, because I want to change it here only, because in add column it is adding a next column, and here I will take total years. So now we have a total here of the total age of the student, but it also shows decimal, but we want to remove this decimal, so I click here and just convert into whole number. So now we have a age of students. So I will just put here and write down age of students. Now we can transform it into our table, home, and close and load. So when we will press close and load, so it will be in green color, and we have a age of student here. So whatever change we will make here in our date of birth, if we will add new student here and put their date of birth and everything, that will be added in this Power Query table. So that's all in this video this time. So friends, in this Excel series on Power Query, we will learn about certain functions, like we have certain items here, and we have profit. Sometimes profit is negative and sometimes it's in positive. So we have to find out whether it's a positive or negative. So how we can do that, and finding out the even and odd from numbers from this, and round up, how we will use round up, round down, and round function here. So let's check it out how we will do it. So it's a step, the first step that will remain the same. First of all, we have to convert it into table. I will go to data, and from table, and my table is a header, so we will convert it into table. Now our data will be in table. Then I will go here and select this. Then I will go to add column, and from here I will, like if you need an absolute value, we can even do the absolute value here. So I will put here an absolute value, so it will show the absolute value here. And then what we will do, I will select there, and then I will go to information, and in the information we have a sign function. So I just click on the sign function. So we have two values here, like one is minus and another one is plus. So minus means, like if our data is in minus, then it will show -1, and if our data is in plus, then it will show plus. So our profit, if it's in minus, that will show -1, and if it's 0, then it will show 0. Like if it's remain the same, then it will go with a 0. Next thing is, if we have to find out the whole number from this. So finding the whole number, we select this, and then I will go to information, and is it even or an odd? Sorry, we have to find out whether the number is an even or an odd. To finding that, like if you click on even, so it will show false, like it's not an even number, and if it's an even number, then it will show an even number. Similarly, I will click here, and if we to find out the odd number, so we can just click here and we can find whether the number is even or odd. So it will give the answer in true and false. Now if you want to delete all this, so then we will do the next functions. I am doing it so that we can find the next function. Right click, and I just remove columns. We don't need this column now. So now next thing is our rounding. Like whenever we go to any store and buy some product, if their value is in your points, like in decimal point, like 33 and 35 paisa, 45 paisa, so how like we can do rounding. So there are two type of rounding. One rounding is your rounding up, and another is rounding down, and the third one is round. So first of all, we will see rounding up. So when we will add rounding up, so it will go toward the upside. So like it's a 34.66, so then it will go upside and will convert it into 35. Similarly to 78, so it convert into 46, and it will remain the same because it's 0.33. So according to our decimal point, it will go up toward rounding up. Okay, like for 45.67. So in that way it will go to upside. So it will taking 50 as a margin, 0.50 as a margin, and if it's above 0.50, it will go toward upper side. Next we will select this, and this time we will go to rounding down. So when we will go rounding down, so it will go always go toward downside. So it will be 24. This time it is, even if it 30.4.66, but still it is going toward 34. So always it is going toward downside, whatever will be the number. Okay, in this case it will be 21, but generally, so whatever will be the number, according to that it will be going toward, like it will take a 21. So but if we will want a normal rounding, so in that case we will click on profit rounding, and this time I will take round, and it will ask about decimal places. So I will put a 0 here, so we will need the exact rounding, and then press OK. So it will take the exact rounding. So this is the way we can do our rounding function. So now we can go to the home tab, and we can close and load the data to our sheet, a new sheet, and whatever changes we will make here in the sheet, as we know earlier, which is a common thing here. So whatever changes we will make here, that will be changed in this sheet also. So now friends, in this video we will learn about how to merge data from different data source. Like we have data source of different type, like it can be in the form of PDF, text, CV, CSV, SQL files. So if we want to merge them together, how we can do it in Excel? In Excel with VLOOKUP it's not possible. Like in with VLOOKUP, what we will do, we will merge, like we will do VLOOKUP and finding the data only of the Excel files only. But here in this case we will merge data of different data source, like it either it can be in the form of your PDF or CSV or text. So like I will show you what data we will doing there. So we have here a folder, and in this folder we have two files. So that one this is in the form of text file, and the another one is in the form of your CSV file, and this is our Excel workbook. So we will, first of all we will do this with product, with this price, with text file, then we will do it with your CSV file. So how we can do it, let's check it out. So this is our files now. So I will show you the other file also, and this is our text file. So we will merge it with that. So how we can do that, let's check it out. We go here in sheet, and then we will go to data, new query, and from query we will take from Excel workbook. So when we will click on Excel workbook, and then we will go to our file which is in the E drive, and I will just click the folder. We have to find out the folder, and in the merge folder we have this file product data. So I will just take this first one, and it is in the same way. So here I will take the select the multiple items, but in this case we are only taking one sheet, which is sales of products, and here I will go and from there load to, and I will create a connection, only connection, and just load it. So after correcting a load creating connection, we do not need to load all the data. So we are just connecting the connection with the existing data. So we have this file again we go to new query, from files, this time I can take this text file. We have a text file also there. So this is our text file price. So I will take this. After taking this is our file. Then I will go here, and then I'll take load to. The steps are almost the same which we have done earlier, only create connections, load. So we have these two files. Now I will go to new query and combine queries, and I will just click on merge. A new window will appear, Now from here we will take our data, sales product data. So where we have to add our merge, we have to take this first. That's your own choice, but this is the better way, sales or product. And the next we will take our price and take the common column in between them, which is product, and then I will press OK. So after clicking that, our Power Query editor is adding that. So we have a complete table there, and from this table we just have to take, I will just click the use original column prefix with prefix. I will just remove this and just take the price here and collect the and deselect your product and just click OK. So now we have data from our text file and Excel file together merged. Similarly, we can do it with your CSV file also. That is also possible with your CSV file also. So that's also possible. We can do it with CSV file also. Now we will go here. If you want to do it with the CSV file, then we will go to data, then new query from files. First of all, from Excel workbook, I will take product data and import. Same steps, and then I will click select multiple items, then select the sheet which we want to merge. Then we will go there, load to, and just create a connection. Only connection and load. So we have a connection here. After creating connection, I will go to new file. From file, this time I will take from CSV. So we have this price file as CSV file here. So I will import this, and after importing it, again I will create a connection, load to. Only create connections, load. So now we have these two files. Now I will go to new query and combine merge and combine with merging them. Then I will open this. From here I will take sales product second, because this is the second time we are taking, and from here I will take price too. So these are the two files. Then I will click product, then again I will create product and press OK. So now we have CSV and Excel file are merged together with this formula. Then I will go here, and from here I will just take this product price here and press OK. So now we have data, and we can just close and load. So now we can have merged data either from your Excel, CSV. There are 25 forms in which we can merge data from different sources. So now friends, we will do some basic functions in Power Query, which are add, subtract and your divide. So like we have a certain data here which include your products, like certain products and their sales during particular years, like in 2021 what sales we have made, in sales 2022 what sales and profit. Like what we can do add, subtract and divide in through Excel formula also. But best part about Power Query is like you can even use other data from other sources like PDF, text, and you can add them, and you can do a lot of formulas, use formulas and analysis through those data also. So now in this case we are using these functions add, subtract and divide, and how we can use them. So let's check it out. So first of all we will go to the product here, then I will go to the data, and from data I will take from table. It's the same steps to convert it into a table. So from table, my table has a header, so it will be converted into a table and a new window is appear, and this is our Power Query editor. So we have a data, sales, product, sales of our 2 years and the profit. So first of all what we will do, we will add these two sales. For adding these and having a new column, what we need to do, we have to go to the add column. So add column, it means like we are adding a column just against this. So what are our column? Sales 1, and I will click control from my keyboard, press that, and then I will click on this also from mouse. So all these tools are selected, sales 2021 and sales 2021. Then what I will do, I will go to the standards. These are all our formulas will be under the standard. So I will say that add. So now it will add our both sales, and now I will click here and give it some nice name, like I will give a name total sales. So this is our total sales. So now we can find our total sales. Next thing is what we need to find. We need to find out the cost. Cost is like what is the cost of to the company. So what we will do, we will subtract this from total sales. I will subtract this profit so that I will know what is the actual cost of the products and what are the profits which we are making. So I will select this, and then what I will do, I will go to here standard and say subtract. So after giving the subtraction here, it will ask from which number do you like to subtract. In this case we want to subtract this from profit. So here is a button, so I will just click over this and use this use value in column. So when I will use this, like there are all the column details given here where there are numbers. So in this case I have to take your profit. So I will take the profit from here and then press OK. So now a new column is added, and this is the cost of the products. So now we are able to find out the product. The next thing is like if you want to find out the profit ratio. Profit ratio is very used in many companies to find out what is the which product are giving us the best profit. So for that, what we will do, we will go to this standard again and divide this by our total sales here, use value in column, and this time we will take a total sales and then press OK. So a new column is added which will show our division, and it is called our profit ratio. And now we have a detail here. If you want to convert it into a percentage, we can do that. That will be more clearer. So we got in the form of percentage also, and if we'll say this column detail, we can give it some name also, details, detail of sales, whatever name you like to give, you can give that. So this is the name, and then we can do it transform home and just load it to our sheet wherever we like to. If we want to add it in the new sheet, then close and load sheet, and on the same sheet then we can use this close and load sheet. So in the next sheet we can do that. So that's all from this video. So now friends, in this Power Query series we will learn about certain functions which are percentage, percentage of, and modulo. So how we can find out these in Power Query? So let's check it out. So we have a product here and sales here. So we have taken some sales and product. Now if I will click on product, and then I will go to data, and then from table, so I will convert it into table, my table as a header, and then press OK. So now we are in Power Query editor. So now in the Power Query editor we have this sales column here, and if you want to find out certain like percentage, percentage of, and your modulo, so I will just click here and then I go to add, and here in standard we will find this formula like percentage, percentage of. So first of all we will start from percentage. So when I will click on percentage, so it will ask about how much percentage like we want to find out of it. Suppose we want to find out 10%. First of all we will take easy number, so it will give us a 10% of lakh, 2 lakh, and whatever, like it's an easy. But if I will delete this tab, and now I will take it to some different percentage, like if I will take 17% and then press OK, so then it will even find out the 17% of this numbers. So this is the way we can find out the percentage. Suppose like if you want to find out, the next thing is percentage of. So percentage of is to, like if this is, suppose like if this number is 10% of some number, so what will be that number? So for that we can use this percentage of. So like if percentage of, like if this is 10% of a certain number, and then we will click OK. So this will be the number. So we can find out the percentage of with this method, and like in this case it is your 10%. So it's easy, like we can say if we will multiply with 10, then 0 will be increased. But if number is some different, like suppose like if this number percentage of is like say 23%, so in that case we have to do a little bit of calculation. The number are easy, so that's why easy, but otherwise if number are some complex, then it's not easy to compare. So if 23%, then click is, so now it will find the 23%. So this number is 23% of this number, so we can find in this way percentage. Next thing is your modulo. So modulo is basic the remainder. So what remainder we will get, like if you will divide these numbers from a certain number, what will be the model, what will be your remainder. So like if you will divide this number, all this number by 3, so what will be the remainder? So let's check it out. So in this case the remainder will be 1, in this case 2, here 0 because we are dividing is 3, so it will be completely divided. Here it is also 3 because this number will be completely divided with 3. So that's the way we can find out percentage of and modulo of certain number in Power Query. So now friends, in this actual tutorial of Power Query, we will learn about merge query. So how we will use merge query in Excel. So let's see. So we have a data here which contains your sales of product details, in which we have salesman detail, your product detail, your date detail and units detail. Beside that we have a product details also. So this is the price of the product. So both of them are in separate tables. So they are in separate sheets, and we have a tables from them. So what we need to do, we need to have like product detail here from this. Like in Excel we have a VLOOKUP formula for that we can do that, but there are certain steps in that. So but we can do it in a very easy way with the help of your Power Query. So what we need to do, we need to close this file and open a new file. So I just close this and open a new file here, and in this file we will merge both these tables. So first of all I will go here, then I will go to data, from home I will go to data there, then I will go to new query, and in new query we have from files. So from files I will take from Excel workbook. After taking it, I will take like our file is in a merge folder which is called product data. I will just click over this my file. So it has 2 sheets. So I select multiple sheets from here and select both sheets, first this one and second this one, or either we can do that, first I will select this one and then I will select this one. So I will select both my sheets, and then I will click on transform data. So transform data will take this all this file to our Power Query. So these data will be converted into a query here. So this is our first file and this is our second file. Now what we need to do, we need to merge all these files so that we can have a product detail, like prices of product, like these are our product. If you want prices of product here, then we have to merge them. So I will just click over this and go in merge query option and just click over this. So a new window will appear, and in this window this is our sales of product, and the second one will be our product detail. Now we have to create a connection between these two tables. So the common like column in both these table is product. So I just click over this and then I will click over this. So now we have a connection between these two tables. So for that and according to that they will keep the data there in our first table, because we need a price here in our sales of product table. So I just click over OK. Now we have a table, complete table here, but we only need the price. So what we will do, I will just click over this button like, and just take price. We can take multiple items also, but in this case we have only a product. But if we have more than one or two and any number, we can take it also. So in that case we only take price. So I just click over price only and remove the tick mark from products and then press OK. So now we have a price here. So this is our new data. Then I will close and load. And that this is our new table. So this is the way. Now whatever changes we want to make in the table, we can make that. Like suppose we will add our sales and go here and put in formula here. We just multiply this with this and just press OK. So we have prices of each and every product, we have sales. Now whatever change we will make in our source data, that will also be updated in our new file which we have created now. So this function is very important and very useful in today's working scenario. That's all from this video. So hello friends, in this video tutorial we will learn about merge query from different Excel files in Power Query. So how we can merge query, like in the previous video we have seen merge query from the same file, but in this case we will take merge query from different files. Like if we have two files and we have to merge them to how we can do that. So we have a file here, and first of all I will show you the files which we have to merge. So I go to the folder here, merge, and like we have a two file here. One is the product. I will just show you. This is our product files, like it contain name of the products. And then we have a second file also, which is our product data, like this one, which contain your sales data. So we have two files here. I just remove this, we don't need this. So I just remove this. So this is our file. So these two files we have to merge them. So I'll just save them. Now we have a new file here, and I will just close them. So first of all we have to close them. Now we have to merge them in this new file. So we will go to this file and then go to data, and from new query we will take from files, and this time we will go to from Excel workbook. So we have two files here. So first time I will take product data and just import it. After importing this, window will appear, and whichever sheet we have to take, we can take this. In this time we only have a one sheet, so I will select this sheet, and then I just select, click over there, the button there, and it is selected now. Then I will go to load and just click over and load to. After clicking on load to, we just have to create a connection only. So we just need a hyperlink with that data and just load. We don't need a complete table. So which is sales of products will be there. Then I will go again new query. It is quite slow. Okay, so it is now loaded. Then I will go from tables, again from Excel workbook. This time I will take product data, sorry, price. Now it will ask about the sheet. I will select again this time price sheet. So we have a price sheet here, and again I will go to load to button there. It's not selected, I select this. Then I will go there and load to again, and then only create connections, and then click OK. So we have a two sheets here. Then I will go here and find, from here we can do combine queries, and just click on merge option here. Now a window will appear. So it will ask about the connection. In the first one I will take sales of product sheet. This is our sales of product sheet. And in the second one, the sheet 1, which is our product details. Now we have to take the common column between them. The common column is product, so I will just click over product and product. So it has selected the common column. Then I will click OK. So the steps are almost the same like we have done when we have data in the same sheet, but just we go there, and from here we can just take the price here because we just need the price here, and press OK. So now we have a data here. Then I will close and load. So this way we can take data from multiple sheets into a one sheet, and which are from different Excel files. So that's all in this video. So now friends, in this video we will learn about how to merge data from different data source. Like we have data source of different type, like it can be in the form of PDF, text, CV, CSV, SQL files. So if we want to merge them together, how we can do it in Excel? In Excel with VLOOKUP it's not possible. Like in with VLOOKUP, what we will do, we will merge, like we will do VLOOKUP and finding the data only of the Excel files only. But here in this case we will merge data of different data source, like either it can be in the form of your PDF or CSV or text. So like I will show you what data we will doing there. So we have here a folder, and in this folder we have two files. So that one this is in the form of text file, and the another one is in the form of your CSV file, and this is our Excel workbook. So we will first of all we will do this with product, with this price, with text file. Then we will do it with your CSV file. So how we can do it, let's check it out. So this is our files now. So I will show you the other file also, and this is our text file. So we will merge it with that. So how we can do that, let's check it out. We go here in sheet, and then we will go to data, new query, and from query we will take from Excel workbook. So when we will click on Excel workbook, and then we will go to our file which is in the E drive, and I will just click the folder. We have to find out the folder, and in the merge folder we have this file product data. So I will just take this first one, and it is in the same way. So here I will select the multiple items, but in this case we are only taking one sheet, which is sales of products, and here I will go and from there load to, and I will create a connection, only connection, and just load it. So after creating connection, we do not need to load all the data. So we are just connecting the connection with the existing data. So we have this file again we go to new query, from files. This time I can take this text file. We have a text file also there. So this is our text file price. So I will take this. After taking this is our file. Then I will go here, and then I will take load to. The steps are almost the same which we have done earlier, only create connections, load. So we have these two files. Now I will go to new query and combine queries, and I will just click on merge. A new window will appear. Now from here we will take our data, sales product data. So where we have to add our merge, we have to take this first. That's your own choice, but this is the better way, sales of product. And the next we will take our price and take the common column in between them, which is product, and then I will press OK. So after clicking that, our Power Query editor is adding that. So we have a complete table there, and from this table we just have to take, I will just click the use original column prefix with prefix. I will just remove this and just take the price here and deselect your product and just click OK. So now we have data from our text file and Excel file together merged. Similarly we can do it with your CSV file also. That is also possible with your CSV file also. So that's also possible. We can do it with CSV file also. Now we will go here. If you want to do it with the CSV file, then we will go to data, then new query, from files. First of all, from Excel workbook I will take product data and import. Same steps, and then I will click select multiple items, then select the sheet which we want to merge, then we will go there, load to, and just create a connection, only connection and load. So we have a connection here. After creating connection, I will go to new file. From file, this time I will take from CSV. So we have this price file as CSV file here. So I will import this, and after importing it, again I will create a connection, load to, only create connections, load. So now we have these two files. Now I will go to new query and combine with merging them. Then I will open this. From here I will take sales product second, because this is the second time we are taking, and from here I will take price too. So these are the two files. Then I will click product, then again I will create product and press OK. So now we have CSV and Excel file are merged together with this formula. Then I will go here, and from here I will just take this product price here and press OK. So now we have data, and we can just close and load. So now we can have merged data either from your Excel, CSV. There are 25 forms in which we can merge data from different sources. So now friends, in this video we will learn about how we merge query with multiple column in Excel. So multiple query columns in Excel. How we will do that? Let's see with some data which we already have in this sheet. So like if we will go here, we have some data, like we have some data of customers where we have a first name, then last name, and their products they purchase. And in the second table we have first name is there, last name is there, and the city is there, and beside that their phone number and age is also given here. So like what we need, we want this data to be added here, or either in a new like we have a new sheet, and in that new sheet we have an added column with that, which include your city, phone number, and age with first name and last name. So in this case we have to take take multiple column to verify, because first name can't be the same in every case. Like sometime first name, two people can have the same first name. So in this case we will take both first name and last name as a common way of finding the solution for merging the data. So let's check out. So first of all we will go to data, and then we will go to new query, not new query, we will go to the table, from tables, and just convert this into table, and click here my table as a header, because we already have a header here, and press OK. So now Power Query editor is open and in this Power Query editor we have a table 1. So we will give it the name customer data, and just go here in the close button, close and load, and go to close and load to, and create a connection. We don't need it back, create it into table again. So we only create a connection and just load this. After loading this, we go to the second, and going to the second we again convert it into a table. So we go to the data, and from tables my table as a header, and press OK. So this will also be converted into a Power Query editor, and just give it the name customer. I will just write customer detail. So this is the detail that we want with our customer data which we have. And then I will go to the home tab again, and then to the close and load, and just create a connection again here, and only create a connection and create load. Now we have a connection with this. Now we have to merge them together. These two tables need to be merged. So what we will do, I will just go to the data again, and then from new query I go to combine queries and merge. A new window will appear, and from here I will take the data, first query which is our customer data, which is your first name, last name and product, and in the second I will take customer detail. So from here we have to take two columns, so first name and last name. So first of all I will click on first name and click, and then I will click last name. So how we will select them? We have to click control from a keyboard and click from mouse. So first I will select first name and last name, and in the same sequence I have to select it from the customer detail. So only then we are able to create a connection. So click from our keyboard, press on our first name, then I click last name, and then I will click OK. So now we have a customer table which is added to our first table. So second table will be connected with the first table. Now we need whatever data we need, we have to click here and select whichever data we need. We don't need first name, we don't need last name, and in this case we need city, phone and age number. We do not need a prefix also. Use original column as prefix, we don't need that, so I will just remove that and press OK. So now we have new column added with our data, which is our city, phone number, age. So all these data are here. Now I will just press close and load, and after doing that we have a new table created where we have our first name and all the data. Now whatever changes we will make here, that will be added to our second. Like if we will see the data, how much data we have 156 data here. If I will add one more, suppose if I will add one more here, okay, I will just check it out. Okay, oh sorry. So now I will just put enter and add one more data here again. I will put the same name, otherwise things will Rohit. I will let Rohit here, Rohit Walia, and just put the data there and press enter. Then I will go to the sheet and just refresh it, and now I will go to my down arrow key, so all the data of Rohit will be added automatically from both tables. So this is the benefit of having like merging two datas, so which is more easier than VLOOKUP and not complex like that. So in this way we can connect two tables together from the same sheet or either from the different sheets also. That's all from this video. So now friends, in this video we will learn about finding common data in two sheets through Power Query in Excel. So how we will do that? Let's see that. Like from two sheets, like go to our sheets here. In our sheets, like we have two sheets and we have to find the common data, you can say duplicate data, which is duplicate in both of the sheets. So how we can do that? Let's check it out. Like we have two sheets here, this one and this one, like two tables, sorry. In this sheet we have two tables, and from these two tables we have to find some common data. So how we can do that? Just check and see how we can do that. So for that, first of all we have to convert this into a table. We will go to data and from table, and it will convert it into the table. This is our first table, and our Power Query editor will open, and in this Power Query editor, this is our table 1. Now we have this in table 1, and now we have to close and load this and convert it into a hyperlink, or you can say that create a connection with it. Only create a connection. This time we have created connection with this sheet 1. So this is the connection of sheet 1. Then we will go to our table table second, and then again we will go to data and then convert it into a table, my table as a header, okay, and also convert it into a connection. Connection is basically creating a link with that table. So we are not loading it, close, and we are not doing close and load. we are going to close and load and convert it into a connection here. Only create a connection. Okay, load. So now we have two tables connected, and what we need to do, we go to the data here again, and from data in new query we will go to combine queries and merge. So after clicking on merge, a new window will appear, and from here we have to take the table 1, and from here we have to take the table 2. So we have taken both table and select each column of table one by one. First this, second this, like press control from your keyboard and click on first name, then last name, then product, then city, then phone, then age. Similarly in the second table, first name, last name, product, and it should be in a sequence, like if whichever you select first here, similarly you have to select first here and second and third and fourth. Now we will go to join kind, and from join kind we can take inner only matching rows. Inner only matching rows we have to take, and then like it's make a connection, like it's a right click here, then we will click OK. So after clicking OK, so we have an output here which include our connected area, and what we need to do, these show the tables here. So I go there, and we don't need that, so we'll remove this. So we have a data here which are your, you can say, which is our duplicate or which is common data in sheets. And now we will go close and load. So after clicking on close and load, we have here in a new sheet we have our common data. So whatever change we will make there, like suppose I will take this and copy this in our this sheet, like if I will, sorry, and then I will go there, and if I will copy this in this sheet, and then I will go to our Power Query data and just refresh it, so it will be automatically added in our sheet. So this is the thing which will happen, like whatever changes we will make in our source data and make change with that, so that data will automatically will be added. Like I will take the second data here, like control C this, and just copy this here, like Rohit Walia, and just go to our this sheet, and here Rohit Walia is not there, and then I will press refresh. So we have a Rohit Walia in both the sheets, wherever it is duplicate, it show all the data there. So this way we can connect both the data. So that's all in this video for finding out like common data in different sheets. So hello friends, so in this video we will learn about how to append multiple sheets into one file. So how we can do that? Suppose like we have a certain data here which is like product names and sales of the salesman. It is of January, it is of February, March, April, May, June. So these are our data. So we want to make it into one sheet, and that will be in a vertical way, like whichever like whatever will the data, we will take them in vertical manner and in a one sheet. So how we can do that? So for that, first of all, we have to close this data. It's a sales data. The name of this sheet, the name of this file, Excel file is sales data, and here are the month. So what I will do, I will close this, then I will open a new file here. So I already have a new file here open, so we'll just go there, and from there we have to go to that sheet. So first of all we have to close that sheet, that's very important. So I will go to the file from here, and not from file, I will just open it. Oh, not this, it is already open. So from in this file, what we will do, we will go to the data, and from data I will go to new query. So this feature will be available in new Excel, new Microsoft Excel versions. So from files, we go to from Excel workbooks. So we go there and click on it, then it will ask about that. So we already have this sales data folder, and this inside that there is a sales data. That's the name of our Excel file that we have stored. So we just click on that. So now we have all the sheets of that file. So whichever sheet we want to be add and append in our query, so we can select that. So we'll go there and say select multiple items. So in that case we will take all the sheets, April, from wherever you like to start. I will start from January, February, and then I will take March, then I will take April, May and June. So I will all these sheets. So now there are two options, load and transform data. So like in this version we there is a transform data, and in earlier version there were edit sheets. So this time we have to click on this transform data from here. So then we will click that. So now Power Query editor will open. So we have a Power Query editor here. Now we have to append all these sheets. So to append all these sheets, we go here in the home tab in the append queries and just open it from here, and then we will say append queries as new. So from here we have to take append queries as new, and when we click over this, so it will ask is 2 table or more than, or 3 or more table. In our case it's more than 2 tables, so we will take 3 and more tables. And now we will start adding all these tables. So first of all this, then I will take this add, then I will take this add, then I will take this add. I think it is already added, so we have to delete this, then add, then add. So we have taken all these sheets and then press OK. Now all these sheets are added here. So now we have to put it in our Excel sheets in this manner. So there are two options. Either we will click on close and load. If we will press on close and load here, then it will save the data in 7 sheets. So in first sheet it will show the data of first month, second month, 6th month, then it will append them. So in that case we just need our final result, what we will get. So for that we will go close and load data, and then when we will click it, it will ask what do you want to do. So in that case we have to put click on this only create connection. So first of all it will create connection, then I will click load, and then we have all these sheets here, queries. So we have all the queries which we have created, that will be there, but we only need this one. So I will go there and right click over this and then say load to, and from here I will take table and press load. So now we have appended data in our sheets. So this is the way we can use append our data and show multiple sheets in one file. That's all. Thank you. So hello friends, in this video tutorial of Power Query we will learn about how to append data which are in multiple sheets and they have a different column name, and sometimes the column name is the same but their positioning is different. Let's see, like we have a sheet 1 here, we have a data here, it's like sheet 3 here, we have a date, salesman and unit here. If you will go to sheet 1, we have a salesman here but their position is different. If you will compare with sheet 3, in this sheet our salesman position is in second, our in sheet 1 its position is in 1, and all columns are different from our third sheet. Similarly in your sheet 2 we have salesman here but month and target are there. So we have data in multiple sheets but their position, sometimes their position is different, and sometimes we have new column there. So how we can append such data? To append such data, first of all we have to close this, we have to save this, and then just close this and open a new file, Control N. So we have a new, and I will just close this file and we have a new file here. Then I will go in this new file in the home tab. Now we have to go from here to data, and as we are using the Power Query, so all function of Power Query in data. So and then I will new query. Then from table I will take from Excel workbook. We have to take this and we have to find out the position of that file. Our position of that file is in sales data, is in a folder sales data. We have already made a sales data different column with the name. So I just click over this. So when I click over this, it will show me the 3 sheets in that file. So first one is this, second one is this, and third one is this, and they have different data. So I will just click here, select multiple items. First of all I will click on sheet 1, then I will click on sheet 2, and then I will click on sheet 3. So all 3 sheets are selected now. Then I will go to transform data. After clicking on transform data, we have all the 3 sheets here, and then I will go here in our home tab in Power Query, append queries, and here is a button. We will just click over there and append query as new. So what we have to press, append query as new. So we will just click over this. Now it will ask 2 tables or more. In our case it's more than 2, it's 3 tables, so 3 or more. So now we have 3 available tables. So I will click on sheet 1 and just add this. Actually it's already added, so I just remove this. Then I will click on sheet 2 and add this, then sheet 3 and add this. So our all 3 sheets are added here. Then I will press OK. So after pressing OK, we have data from different sheets in our one table only. So we have created a one table, and where there is no values, like in the case when we are not finding any value, so it will give a null value there. So it will append all these. So I will just close and load now. So after pressing close and do, we have a table here. So this date have all the detail of our, like all the sheets, and in this sheet 5 we have find our appended data. So this here gives us a picture about our data. That's all in this video. So friends, in this Power Query tutorial we will learn about how to append data from different sheets and from different sources, like if data is from a SQL database, or either it's from your XML file, CSV file, Excel file. So if you want to append them, how we can do that? So like if we go to data and then we will go to new query, in from tables we can append it from Excel workbook, from CSV, from XML, from text, from folders. So in this way we can append data from multiple sources. So first of all we will take our from Excel workbook. So we already have a workbook here, 2 workbook, sales data. So we will take this one. After taking this, they have 3 sheets. So I will just click over here and I will take its first sheet, and then I will take its second sheet, and I am just taking the 2 sheets from this file. Then I will go to load to, just click over this button here, and like the button just beside that. Then I will go to load to, and I will just create a connection here, only create a connection, and then press load. So now this data is converted into a query. It has 2 sheets. Then I will again go to new query, and this time from from Excel workbook I will take the second file here. Just click over this, it's import. Now it have 7 sheets. I will take 2-3 sheets from here also, first, second, and 3 sheets from here. Then I will go to load to, and create a connection again, only create connection, load. so they are added in our query. Then from files, and this time I will take a text file from text. So I already have two text file here, so I will taking the second one here. Click over this, so it will again ask it show our text file here. Then I will go here, load to again, and this time I will again create a connection. So every time we are creating a connection here and load. So we have different sheets and file added here in our Power Query editor. So now what we need to do, we need to append them, we have to add them. For adding them, I go to the new query again, and in the combination we have an append function here. So we have this function here, so I will go there and just click append. So after clicking on append, so it will ask 2 tables or more than 2. So in our case it's more than 2, so 3 and more. So I double click first one, then I will go to the second sheet, double click this one, then double click apparel, this one, and last one. So we have added all the files, and then I will press OK from my keyboard. So after clicking OK from my keyboard, all these files will be added and appended in one file. Then I can click on close button here, close and load. So all file will be added. So let's see it. So now we have this our answer in an appended format. So that's all in this video. So friends, in this video of Power Query, we will learn about how to append data in the same sheet. Earlier we have learned about how to append data in multiple in different sheet, like in different file, but this time we will do it in the same sheet. So how we can do it, let's check it out. So this is our question here, and we have to append data in the same sheet. So here we have tables, different table, like January table, February table, March table. So like this is our sales table of March, then we have April table, then May table, and here June table. So these are our table. So now what we will do, we will append all these data in the same sheet. So before that, what we will do, we will go to the Jan and click on our table, then we will go to data, and from data I will convert into table. So I will just click from table, and this will create a query. So it will convert it into a query, and first of all it will convert it to a table, then it will convert this table into a query. So it is taking time, no response is showing. Maybe just wait for 2-4 minutes, it will be done. So it will showing now. Create a table, my table as header, and click OK. So now this will open a new screen, which is your Power Query screen. This is called Power Query Editor. Now what we will do, okay, so here is our first query. So I just give this query a name, and the name is Jan, and just come out, and then I will go here, and then I will say close and load. So it will ask, I will say only create connection. This time we do not need the output, so I will just click on only create connection and load. So our first query is created. Then I will go to February. Similarly I will do there. Then I will go to data, then from table. Okay. So our second Power Query is creating. And then I will give another name, which is Feb, and then again I will say close and load, and we again create a connection for that. only create connection this time, we do not want the output. Similarly, I take the third one, again I will do the 3 only here, and then I will go again from table, from my table as a header. Okay, then I will write down the March and just close and just click close and load to, and create a connection again. Only create connection and load. So now we have taken 3 tables here. So now we will append these data. So then I will go to the data again, and then I will go to your new query, and from combined queries I will say append. So when I will click append, so it's open a table. So we have more than 2 tables, so that's why I will take 3 and more, and then I will take this. It will the same way like what we have done earlier, the same screen is up here. So January add, then I will take second add, then I will take third add, and press OK. So now a new query is made, and which will append the data of all 3 tables which we have taken. And now what we will do, we will just close and load because we need the output. So I just click close and load. Now we have this new append with the name append new sheet is open, where we have data of all the 3 sheets. So this is the way we can do when we have to do it in a same file. But if we have to do the in different file, then we have another video which we have made earlier. So now we will learn how we can add multiple files from a folder. The only thing is that those files should be in a same format. Like if it's in Excel format, that will mean Excel. If it's in CSV, all files should be in CSV. So it will take all files with the similar format from a folder. So how we can append all the files with the same extension from a particular folder, from a single folder. So let's see how we can do this. So we go to first of all data, and after going to data, we have a new query here. So we will go here, and from new query, from files, we will take from folder. So we have to select that particular folder, or even give the path of that folder where certain files are added. So from folder I will go there. So this is our folder, from monthly folder. So first of all I would like to show you its which files are there in that folder. So I just open this and just go to my sales data, and this is our sales monthly folder. So we have these files: January, February, March, April, May. Okay, so all these are file here. So I just open one file and show you how its file look. So what data they have. So these files have such data. So these files have like some salesman, product, month, and sales. Similarly we have data in the other sheets also. So we have different files, and like if you will go to June file, here we have the data like salesman, product. So we have data of different salesmen according to month and their sales. So how we can append them from a folder. So now we have gone to data, new, from files, and then I will go to from folders. So I will take that particular folder, sales folder. So we have to take the path of that folder wherever we have put all these files. So I click on the sales monthly and then click OK. Now we have window, and it is showing name of all the file. All files are XLSX extensions. So what we need to do, we go here in the combine and say combine and transform data. After doing this, a new screen will open. So first line, I will just click over this and then just press OK. So now it sheets evaluating sheet 1 is evaluating the data, and now this converted into a Power Query editor. Now we can see all the data appended in one file, and what we need to do, we need just click close and load from here. So after clicking this, we have file data from all the files. So January, February, March, May, whatever number of fees like month we have, so it added all the data. So hello friends, so in this series of our Power Query in Excel, we will learn about how to clean data in Excel. So we have a certain data here. So if you will see our data, so it has some unwanted value, like in the date we have some text here, in the units we have text, and here in the sales we have text, and beside that there are some like this blank columns and rows. These are some blank rows, here are also blank rows, these are also blank rows. So if we have a data like this, and this is our complete data, and some of them are your duplicate data is also there. So how we can clean that data? In corporate world, generally we will get such type of data which is not clean, and we have to clean that data and transform into a sheet from where we can do more analysis and we can find out report better way. So if we have such data, so how we can clean that? So for that we have to open a new Excel sheet, Control N. So now we have one open sheet, and just close this, and in this new sheet what we need to do, we go here and then we will go to data, and from data we will go to new query, and from file we have to take that file, but we have to close that file first. So from Excel workflow, data cleaning is the name of a file. So when we will click on that, that file will ask multiple items. So I will just select, we only have a one sheet in that, so we will click that. So we have a complete data here. Here we can see. Now we have to transform that data. So next step is to transform. So first of all we have to open, and then we have to new query, and from workbook we will take this and Excel workbook and then transform data. Now our Power Query editor will open. So it will show the data in our Power Query editor here. And what is the benefit is, like we have all the data here, like salesman, product, and all the things here. So first of all we will see like what we need to do. First of all we will remove the duplicate from that complete data. We don't need to duplicate data from here. Like if we will do it from here, it have no use. Otherwise all the duplicate data will be removed. Like suppose if I will do some, like if you will select only the salesman and remove rows, and I will say remove duplicates, so our all data will be deleted and we only have a limited data here. So better we will close this, and what we need to do, we click between our data anywhere in our sheet and press Ctrl A from keyboard, and all our data is selected. Now we will go to remove rows, and first of all I want to show you how much data we have before removing data. So we have somewhere around 200 rows and columns. So what we will need, we have to close this, and now I will selected this, and then I will go remove and remove duplicate. So whatever duplicate columns are there, so it include all column like salesman, product, date, unit, sales, and all the details which are duplicate, that will be removed. And now we have only 192. Earlier it was 200. So 8 are duplicate, that is removed from this data. Now next thing we will do, we have to find out blank spaces in this. Like if we have a blank, like this is the blank space here, and there are other blank spaces if you will find it, so we have to remove that also. So we have a data set, is not a lot of data, but when you work in a company, they have very big sheets. So in that sheet you will find lot of data. So this is based just for example, like how we will do that. So whatever blank sheet will be there, that will be removed. So I will go there and select all data, go there and remove blank row. So all these are in the home tab, and in the home tab you will find this remove blank rows. So all blank rows will be removed. And let's check it out, like how much data we have now. So we have now 191. So our blank rows are deleted, our duplicate data is also deleted. Now we have a data in sheet with some errors here, like here we have a V, here we have BB, which is not required. And if we will go above our headings, so like salesman is in a text format, like it's a text format, and here our product is also in a text format, but our date is in alphanumeric. This is called alphanumeric, this is also alphanumeric, this is alphanumeric, but they need to be in number, this need to be in date, and these are okay, these are numbers, so they are showing okay. So we have to change, and that's because of errors we have made here, like this error is here, so that's why it's showing alphanumeric. And similarly we have error here like UI in our sales data, so we have to change that. For changing that, what we need to do, we have to convert this alphanumeric to, first of all we will start from here, from date, because this is our first, and then I will click over here, right click and change type, and just convert it into date format. So now it is converted into date and it is showing error. So this is our array. So there are many ways to change to convert this. First way is, like if you will select this column only and then go to transform, or either in transform, and here we have replace values, we have replace error or replace values form is there. Beside that, if you will go to home tab and go to here also, there is a remove errors, so we can even remove error from here. So like if you will click on this, our error will be removed, but if we will remove that error, the data, that column data and that row data will be deleted. So this is not the right way. Better is we just remove this and select this, and then we will go to transform, and from transform we will go to replace value, and from replace error, and in place of generally in companies what we will do, we will replace error. We do not delete the complete data, like complete column or row. So we put some date here, like 1/1/2021. We put the date here and press OK. So wherever there is error, it will convert it into a date format. So now it's in a date, and then where we'll go, here is also showing alphanumeric. So again I will select this also, right click from our mouse, then change type, this is our unit, so I will convert this into a number because all these are number. So now it is converted into number. I think it's taken a date, so I will just change type to number. Whole number is the thing here, so I will take it to replace current. So it is converted into a number. Now what's the problem is, there is also showing, if you click over this, it will show the reason for the problem. Unit, what is the problem? Like if you will click over this and just see show data format error, we couldn't convert to a number. We are, because it is not going to convert it into a number. It's a problem with our data. So what I will do, I will click over here unit, then again I will go to transform, replace value, then I will go to replace error, or in that place you can type any number. I will type 0 here, 9 or 0, whatever. I will type 0, or according to your data set you can type anything number there and press OK. So now that error is deleted. So this way we can clean the data. If we have a certain data, if we want to clean that, we can clean that. Similarly, we have a problem here also. This is also an alphanumeric. We can do this here also. Select this data, right click, change type to whole number, so it will convert it, and whatever problem is there it will show the problem here. Then what we need to do, we again use the same thing. We go to, I will put some number there, whatever number you like you can place, replace error, and I will put some number there, like I will put some number there and press OK. So in place of some number will be added. So this is the way we have cleaned this, and now we will go to Home tab and close and load this file. So we have clean data with us now, and whatever changes we make in our first file, that will be done in that file also. Like if I will open this file and put some data there, suppose I will put some data here, and I put some data and just drag this. So we have certain data here. I will just drag this also, and now I will just change its values also, because otherwise value will be the same. So it is no, there is no formula in this. So this is our data. Now I will save this file. After saving this file, and I will go there and refresh this. So now we have a new data added here. So whatever change we will make in our source data, that will change will happen in our Power Query editor generated table, and this is the beauty of this Power Query. So changes made in our source data will be edited and formatted and displayed in better manner in our Power Query after cleaning that. That's all from my side. Thank you. So hello friends, so in this video tutorial we will learn about unpivot data in Power Query, how we can do that. So for that we have a sales by year data, like we have a salesman here, region here, and some product. We will put in product here like ice cream, and then we will put your cookies, and then we will be cakes. So we have certain products here, and we have a sales here, and which is according to the years. I will just increase its size here, so I will just select here and just double click. So this is our sales. I just make it data a little bit bold so it is more clearer. So this is our data here, which include our salesmen and their sales. And what we need to do, we need to find out year wise what is like this is our years, like there are many years, like we are from till 2021, and it starts from your year 2020. So 21 years data we have, and now we want to convert it into pivot table. But if we will do it in a simple pivot table, simple way, like if we will do it here, if you, I think you know about pivot table. If you have not known about it, you can see our other earlier videos. So if I will go to pivot table and convert it into pivot table, the problem with this is that we have to take the salesman, and step by step we have to take all sales. This is 21, this is less, but if the case is like we have 500 years, 500 data, 100 data, then it's a difficult thing. So it will take a lot of time. So to save time, and in corporate world we do not do this like this. So what we will do in that case, what we will do, we will go to data, and then we will go to from tables. We convert this all data into table. So then data will be converted into a table, and now we have all our data here in our Power Query editor. So in this Power Query editor, we will give this a name also. Suppose we will give this a name, data sales by years. We will give it a name, sales by years, and now we have data here. So what we will do here, we can select this control salesman, then region, and then product. So what we are doing is, we will make all this data in one column only, like sales 1, sales 2, sales 3, sales, and then we will use our pivot table. So this is the best practices like we can do, and to save time and to make it more refined data, so that we can do it's used for more analysis and for finding the reports in better way. So after clicking on all this, I will click right arrow key from my keyboard and say unpivot other columns. Other columns means like sales of 2000, 2001 till 2020. So I will go and get a unpivot other column. So all our columns will be unpivoted, like this one and this sales also. So this all our columns are unpivoted now. So what we need to do now, we go here in our home tab again and say close and load. So now we have data in another sheet, and where we have all the sales in one column and all the values in one column. Now we can use it for pivot table, and it's very easy now. So we will go insert, then we will go pivot table, from table range, new worksheet. We will take a new worksheet here, and now I will take salesman, and then I will go to attributes. Attributes, we can change the name also. If you want to change the name, we can change the name also. So I will go here, I will just remove this. First of all, I will remove this, delete this, and I will change the name also, like we have a data here. So I will edit this query. If you want to change the name, I will edit this query, and here I will give a name, double click and give YEARS years. So I will change its name, and here I will also change the name here, sales, and then I will close and load again. And now we will make it for pivot table use. So here I will click insert, then I will go to pivot table. From table, it will select all our table, then I will go to OK. So no new sheet will appear, and here we can make the sales, and then I will go to years, and then I will click on sales also, and this is our like sales, whatever sales we have. So this is better way of showing our report in a one way. Instead of finding it in different sheet, we can do it in a one way, and this is also a great way of, or if you want to make more change in that, we can click over this and go to pivot fields list, and now we can take our year salesman, and we can take salesman in a column. So this is better way of showing our report. So we have a salesman and we have their sales also. So now we can have a better way of finding the sale. We can convert this into chart also. If we'll go there and we will make a chart, pivot chart, and that's the way we are finding a chart. Like we can take it a bar chart also and press OK. So this is our bar chart. This is showing sales by years, so it is increasing year by year. So that's the better practices of using our data and to show in a report. So that's all from this video. Thank you very much. So hello friends, in this tutorial of Power Query series, we will learn about how to remove and choose column in Power Query, how we will remove and how we can choose a column, whichever column we like to choose. So we have a data here. So it starts region, country, products and sales, and our sales start from 2020 till 2000 to 2020. So we have a 20 years of data of sales. So how, if in case like if you have to choose any column and find out sales, so how we can do that? For that, what we need to do in Power Query, go to data and convert this into a table, from table, and my table as a header, and convert this data into a table. And now our Power Query editor open. Suppose we want to choose any column, like we will go here in home tab, choose column, and click choose column. So whichever column we like to choose, we can choose. Like in this case we have selected all. Like if you want to deselect this and select region, country, product, and if you want to see the sales of 2020 only, and press OK. So now we have choose only all column which we required. So this way we can choose column, and if you want to make any change, we go again here this button, and if you want to add any other sale also, like we want to add other sale also, we can add that also. So this way we can choose column in your Power Query, and if you want to remove this, we can remove this also. Suppose we want to go to column. If you want to go to from one column to another, then we go to here in go to column, and from this go to column we can select whichever column we like to go. If you want to go to 2011, we can go there. So wherever we like to go, we can from go to, we can go to that column. So this is the way we can go to different column. And when we will right click over here, so here we have a remove column also, and if you want to remove duplicate also, that is also possible. Remove duplicates column, that is also possible. If you select some column and want to duplicate column from that is also possible. And if we want to go here also, if you select this in remove, from here also we can remove whichever column we like to remove. Suppose we choose column sum, choose column, and we select region, country. OK. So we have selected this, and if you want to remove, so we can remove whichever column we like to do. And if you go there and we want to remove this column, so these column will be deleted. So this is the way we can remove and choose columns in Power Query Excel. Thank you. So hello friends, in this tutorial of Power Query in Excel, we will learn about how to transpose data in Power Query. So we will go to our sheet here. So this is our sheet, and we have a data here. So I think I just make it somewhere so it is more visible. So this is our data, which include your salesman's product sales and 2-year sales. Now if we want to convert these rows into column, and these columns, like these columns, into rows, how we can do that? Like in Power Query, we can use it through transpose also. That formula is also available in Excel also, but now we are learning Power Query. So how we can do it easily in Power Query? So first of all, I will click on sales, and then I will go to data and just convert my data into a table. My data is converted into a table now. When my data is converted into table, so we can see a button here in the home tab. I think it's, I just make its size. Okay, now it's more clear to see. Okay, now we can see. From home to we go to transform, and here we have a transpose date. Transpose. So I click on that transpose. So now our data is transposed. But the problem with this is that I just reduce its size. Now it's okay. Okay now. But the problem with this is that our here we are not able to convert our sales headings here. So if you will directly click on transpose, so we have to remove this step, and then first thing what we need to do, we go to home tab, and then we have to demote our headings first of all, like these salesman, product, sales data. We have to demote them. For demoting them, you go to home tab, then I will go here, and then I will press here use header as first row. So when I will do this, so our header will be our first row. After this, what we need to do, I will go to home, or either then I will go to transform, and then click transpose. Now our data is transposes, like we have a salesman, product, sales, everything in this way, and our name is here and product is here. Now we have to remove our this column. So for that I just click here, not clicking, we just go to home, and now again I will go there, use first row as header. So I just click that. Now our first row is header, and we are able to do transpose, and now we can just close and load this data. So now our data is loaded in a new sheet, and this is all from this video. Thank you. So hello friends, in this video tutorial of Power Query in Excel, we will learn about how to use group by in Power Query. So what is what is group by here in Power Query? Let's see. Like we have some data here which include your sales, products, price, units, and sale. So like in Excel we have a formula for group by that is known as your group and ungroup or subtotal. So that same thing which we can do in your group by function in Power Query. It is basically for adding the sales of all Uttarakhand or all Maggie sales, or either Uttarakhand a particular product sales, Delhi particular product sales. So in that way we can use group by. So and beside that, like in Excel we have other formulas like sum if and your average if, count if, all this will be there. So now how we can use it? So we will go here in state and just convert, go to data there, and from table range we will convert this into range. From table we will convert this into range, my table as a header, and press OK. Now our Power Query editor will open, and this Power Query editor we have a data here. So how we can do that? So in transform tab we have here a group by. So if we will click on that, so it will show basic and advanced. So first of all we will know about basic, how we can use in basic. So if you want to find out total of our, from here we can select states. So state wise we want total sales. What is the total sales? So he will give the name, new column name, a count row in we will say sum, and what we need to sum is sales, and just press OK. So now we have total sales of all the states, like we have taken 4 states there. So it's taken the total sales of all the sums. But in companies we generally not do like this, so we use another way. So we'll just close this, and we are back to our data. In company we will generally go to group by, and we take advanced filter here, and in advanced form what we will do, we will go to states. Here I will take states only and add grouping, like we will take here products, and here I will say if we want to total sales here, and here we will take say sum, or here I will take sales. Beside that, if you even want to know about the units also, how many units we have sold, so here we will take add another aggregate, here we will take total units, we give a name here total units, in count we will say sum, on here we will say units. So we have taken a states, products and their units also, and then we will press OK. So after clicking OK, we have a data here which give us a total sales and total units. So both things are there. So how many numbers of units we have sold and how much number of product we have sold. So this is the information which we will get from group by function in Power Query. So it's easy way to find and find your required data. Thank you very much. So hello friends, in this video of Power tutorial, Power Query in Excel, we will find date is in next year function by using M programming. So M is a language, it is just like any other language like Python, your R, Java, A, B language, whatever language you call it, is just like any other language, and we can use this programming in our Power Query, and it's very easy. So let's go to our data here, psychologist. So this is our data, we have a date here, and we have to find out the next year date from this. So I will just change this to 21 only. So this one is 21, and now we have to find the next year date. First thing is we will find next year date. So how we can do that? So I will just click over this, then I will go to from table and just convert this data into a table. Our Power Query editor will open, and now I will just change this date to date format, not date time, just date, and replace. Now our date is replaced in date format only. Then I will go to add and click on custom column from here, and before that I will give it a name also, date year. I give this a name, date year. Now I will go to custom column, I just click outside, and then I will click on custom column. So after clicking on custom column, a window will appear, and I type name next year date. So how to find a next year date? We put some date here. So first of all I will put date, then I will put dot is in, then next, then I will put y next year. So there are two formula, we have to take this one date next year, because we just have to need to find the next year date only. So I just click over this, but some thing is added here, so we have to remove that. Then I will go there and open this and double click over this and close the bracket and press OK. So a new column will be added, and it show which date comes in the next year. So all these are false, this is true, this is next year, whichever date is in the next year it will show. Again for next 3 years, what we can do, we again go to custom column, go here and type, we give a name, a column name, date, next 3 years. Again I will go here and type date. We also have a previous year also. If you want to find out the previous year, we can also find previous month, that we can find. So all these things can be found from this. So this time we are only doing this, date is in next year. This formula we will take, just remove this, we don't need this, bracket open, select our date here, comma, and let's just type 3 here because for last 3 years, and then press OK. So we have a false here and some values are true because they false in the next 3 years. We can take some other examples also, like if you go to custom columns and we have to find out the previous year. So I go here, click here and type date dot is in previous year. We can take from here also, date is in previous years, or we can say previous year also. Date is in previous year. So we will take this because we need to find out the date of the previous year only. We just remove this, then I go there, bracket open, and just click on date and just close the bracket and press OK. So we have next column here and we can find if this is in the previous year or not. Others are showing false. Now we can go to home and close and load. So when we will close and load, the data will be appear in a new sheet. Here is our data, so it's showing false, true, and all the answers here. So that's all from this video. Thank you very much for watching. So hello friends, in this video series of Power Query in Excel, we will learn about how we will do conditional column or number on Power Query. So how we will do that, let's see. So we have a detailed data here which include your product, sales and profit. So these are our products, this is our sales, and this is our profit. And in this profit we have given certain items, like you can make such table in your Excel where you will give some positive and some negative, like in the beginning some positive, some negative, and some here also positive. So we have created a table here. So this is a complete where, and some have more very good profit here. I just double click this, so some have very good profit. So this is our data, and what we want to know here is like if a new column will be added, like we can do it with Excel, but that will take, we have to put in formula here, but here we don't need to put in formula. So it's very easy in your Power Query editor. Like if you want to put here profit, like if it's in positive, then we will say profit. If it's in loss, if it's in negative, then we will say loss. And if the sales, I will put loss. And if the sales, what we say, if the profit is more than 50%, if more than 50% profit, then we will say higher profit, then higher profit will be shown in our column next to it. We can do it with if else formula, but here what we will do, we will do it with Power Query. So I will just click here, and then I will go to from table, in data, from table. So our data will be converted into a table here, and when our data is converted into a table, Power Query editor will also open, and in this Power Query editor we will say, give it a name, profit. You can say give it some name, status of margin, yeah, margin, or you can say profit, status of profit loss. We give it this name. Status of profit norm is the name which we will give it to this cell, this file. Then we will come out, and then we will go to add column and use conditional column. So when I will click on it, will ask about the name. Here I will also give the name profit loss status, and here in the column I go there and I will take profit and use the operator if is greater than, or if it's greater than 0, then we can type something here. If it's greater than, then I will type profit, and then I will write in another else condition again for the profit, and again I will say, we can say less than or equal to, we just say less than also. Then I will say loss, and I will add another one where again I will say profit, and if I will say greater than, here I will put 50%. So we take a condition like if it's more than 50%, on that case we will type higher profit, and after doing that I press OK. So now we have a profit and loss report, and when I will just convert it into a percentage. Now when we will go there, so like it's not showing higher profit, so I have to make some changes here. So I will go there and make some change to my Power Query. I will just take this and click on there and move up. So I will just move up this, again I will just move up. So this one will be the first, and then press OK. And now I will see report whether it's so high profit. Like here, wherever there is profit more than your 50%, so in that case it will show your higher profit. I just convert it into a percentage, so it will be insert, so it will be inserted. So we have higher profit wherever is. Now I will close this, go to home, and close and load. So after pressing close and load, it will be shown in a new window where it will show where we have more profit or where we have less profit. So that's all in this video. So now student, this is second part of our conditional column on text Power Query. So now see how we can do that. Conditional column on text Power Query, how we will do. Earlier we have done with number. So I just click here and go to our data. So at this time we want to create a category here, like this is for laptop, this is for laptop, this is mobile. So we can know which category these will come. Like we have three categories here: laptop, mobile, and headphones. So we want to create a category from them. So friends, so what we will do here, so like here either laptop will be written,